You are everyone's favourite Nepo baby, as you said. Do you think your mum and dad are looking down on you tonight and smiling?
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're looking at mothers and daughters who both have Academy Award nominations.
We may not go far, but sure is a star. Wherever we are, it's together.
Number 10, Agnes Varda and Rosalie Varda.
They left me in that room, and I couldn't believe what I found. But almost all the films I love are here.
Gaining a reputation as the mother of the French New Wave, Agnes Varda has also been called one of the gods of cinema by the likes of Martin Scorsese. Yet the Academy overlooked her contributions until she was awarded an honorary Oscar in 2017.
I'm very honored, but it's a poor Oscar, or Oscar of the poor. Can I call it that way?
Sorry?
I should not say that, or should I?
I mean, you've been free since you're born, so why would that change today?
At the same time, it's beautiful. When somebody gives you a gift, you don't say no. So I'm getting the gift.
At the time, the 89-year-old Agnes was the oldest person to receive this honorary accolade, as well as the first female director. Not long after, she garnered her first competitive Oscar nomination for the documentary Faces Places, which explored her friendship with the artist J.R. against a rural French backdrop. Serving as a producer on the doc, costume designer Rosalie Varda shared the nomination with J.R. and her mother, who remains one of the oldest individuals to be nominated competitively.
I would say 10 years ago I thought, I will only take care of her, and I want her to be able to do exactly what she wanted to do for her last years of work.
Number 9, Phoebe Ephron and Nora Ephron. Phoebe Ephron worked as a screenwriter during Hollywood's golden age, often collaborating with her husband Henry. The couple received their only Oscar nomination for co-writing 1963's Captain Newman, MD, with Richard L. Breen.
Since when does the Blue Grotto serve imported champagne?
Since Leibowitz came to Ward 7. I don't know where he got it, and I've learned not to ask any questions.
They raised 4 daughters, all of whom went on to have writing careers. Eldest, Nora Ephron, left the most significant impact on cinema, sharing her first Oscar nomination with Alice Arlen for co-writing the drama Silkwood.
Why are you writing it down? The union is supposed to keep track of these things. Am I right? Okay, so? You won.
Nora went on to score 2 more screenwriting nominations for the rom-com classics When Harry Met Sally and Sleepless in Seattle, the latter of which she also directed. Nora learned much from her mother, but the most crucial advice Phoebe passed on was everything is copy, encouraging her to draw inspiration from personal experiences.
I can't imagine that your kids would come to you with a sad story and your response would be, someday this will be funny and you will write about it. But that's what she did, and I have to say it must have worked.
Number 8, Elaine May and Jeannie Berlin. Regularly working alongside Mike Nichols, Elaine May was an actress and comedian before becoming a filmmaker. She'd been nominated twice in the Best Adapted Screenplay category for 1978's Heaven Can Wait and 1998's Primary Colours.
You won the British BAFTA Award. You won the Best Screenplay for Primary Colours. So you did something right as far as the British were concerned.
Well, I was told by a really good actress that in Britain, they give you the award when the movie doesn't really gross.
She also broke out as a director, although her talents behind the camera went unsung at the Oscars. May directed her daughter Jeannie Berlin to a Best Supporting Actress nomination, though, with 1972's The Heartbreak Kid.
You have a lousy voice.
You're just gonna have to get used to it for the next 40 or 50 years.
Berlin played Leila Kolodny, a well-meaning yet obnoxious bride who endures a heartbreaking honeymoon. Discussing her mother in 1973, Berlin said that she was always hard on her, yet had enormous patience. In 2022, Berlin accompanied her 89-year-old mother to the Ray Dolby Ballroom, where May was presented with an overdue honorary Oscar.
So they won't give you any approvals, but the negotiation is you can have the approvals if you direct it. Is that
right? If I direct it.
Number 7, Naomi Foner Gyllenhaal and Maggie Gyllenhaal. Naomi Foner scribed several screenplays, earning an Oscar nomination for Running on Empty. Professionally, Foner called that 1988 coming-of-age drama her proudest achievement, in addition to working with the Children's Television Workshop.
Women want to see up there on the screen people like them going through stuff like them. I hope that what we're all doing up here is going to connect with, a generation of younger women seeing themselves up there.
With then husband Stephen Gyllenhaal, Foner had 2 children who grew up to be Oscar nominees, Jake and Maggie Gyllenhaal. Being involved in the industry from a young age, Maggie eventually landed a Best Supporting Actress nomination for playing journalist Jean Craddock in Crazy Heart.
You would want to be a writer?
I didn't know what I wanted for a long time.
But now you do?
Well, now I know what I don't want to do again.
Like her parents, Maggie added writer and director to her resume, with films like The Lost Daughter getting a Best Adapted Screenplay nomination. Maggie was only the 3rd woman to be nominated for writing and acting after Ruth Gordon and Emma Thompson, a fact her mother pointed out.
She really did lay down a groundwork for me that made me feel that my ideas were worth something. And that's invaluable.
Number 6, Goldie Hawn and Kate Hudson. While Goldie Hawn had appeared on shows like Laugh In, she was fairly new to cinema when she won the Best Supporting Actress Oscar for playing the eccentric Tony Simmons in 1969's Cactus Flower.
What have you got there?
It's mink from Judy.
My Aunt Bertha has one, just like it.
Yeah, I know. I want a black leather slacks.
Hawn regretfully wasn't present to accept, although she would attend the ceremony over a decade later when she was nominated again for Private Benjamin. She also showed up to the 73rd Academy Awards in 2001, but not as a nominee. In addition to presenting a category, Hawn accompanied her daughter, Kate Hudson, who was nominated for her supporting performance as Penny Lane in Almost Famous.
This is Penny Lane, man. Show some respect.
Groupies sleep with rock stars because they want to be near someone famous. We're here because of the music. We are Band-Aids.
Although Hudson didn't win like her mother, Kurt Russell had some uplifting words for his longtime partner's daughter. Congratulations, you can now go have your career.
It's a funny thing how you do what you are. What you create is who you are. So the main thing is, I think, in life is that you have to learn who you are.
Number 5, Fernanda Montenegro and Fernanda Torres. Only 2 Brazilian women have been nominated Best Actress in Oscar history. A home country isn't the only thing they have in common. Fernanda Montenegro broke the glass ceiling for her performance as retired schoolteacher Dora Teixeira in 1998's Central Station.
Eu lembro do meu pai me levando na locomotiva que ele dirigia. Ele deixou eu, uma menininha, dar o apito do trem a viagem inteira.
Not only was Montenegro the category's first Brazilian nominee, but also the first from a Portuguese language film. Fast forward more than 25 years, Fernanda Torres followed in her mother's footsteps as the 2nd Brazilian Best Actress nominee.
She was being interviewed and she told the journalist, I'm 95 years old and I lived to see it. So it's beautiful.
The Oscar nomination came shortly after Torres won a Golden Globe for her devastatingly layered performance as mother-wife activist Eunice Piver in I'm Still Here. Torres directed her Globe to her mother, who also appears in the film as older Piver.
You have no idea, she was here 25 years ago. And this is like a proof that art can endure through life.
Number 4, Ingrid Bergman and Isabella Rossellini. One of the most iconic movie stars who ever lived, Ingrid Bergman racked up 7 Oscar nominations during her lifetime.
You're testing me?
No, prodding you to talk so I can enjoy looking at you. Champagne?
Why not?
She'd win 2 Best Actress statuettes for Gaslight and Anastasia, as well as Best Supporting Actress Oscar for Murder on the Orient Express. Of Bergman's 4 children, Isabella Rossellini would become the most well-known to audiences, appearing in films like Blue Velvet and Death Becomes Her.
I followed a spring. I haven't seen an autumn or winter in years. We are creatures of the spring, you and I.
Despite decades of arresting work, Rossellini repeatedly eluded the Academy's radar. That was until she, at long last, received a Best Supporting Actress nomination for her brief yet scene-stealing turn as Sister Agnes in Conclave. Reacting to the nomination, the 72-year-old Rossellini paid tribute to her parents and her late former partner, David Lynch.
I wish they were here to know this news, but maybe they know, because they might be up there knowing.
Number 3, Janet Leigh and Jamie Lee Curtis. Janet Leigh cemented her cinematic legacy with her Oscar-nominated performance as Marion Crane in Psycho.
Where are you going? I didn't mean to pry.
I'm looking for a private island.
What are you running away from?
Why do you ask that?
Having already won the Golden Globe, it was something of a surprise when Leigh didn't take home the Oscar, but her daughter would find herself nominated in the same category nearly 60 years later. By this point, Jamie Lee Curtis had already enjoyed a varied career spanning horror, comedy, and drama. For all the accolades Curtis picked up during that time, the Academy wouldn't notice her until 2022's Everything Everywhere All at Once.
You're not unlovable.
You're not unlovable. What are you talking about? There is always something to love.
For her surreal, universe-spanning performance as IRS Inspector Deirdre Beaubeirdre, Curtis won Best Supporting Actress. She paid tribute to her mother and father, Tony Curtis, another past Oscar nominee. In Curtis's eyes, this win wasn't just hers.
I am a product of them, and I am a proud product of them, and I know that they would be incredibly proud of me.
Number 2, Diane Ladd and Laura Dern. Diane Ladd is a 3-time Oscar nominee, having been recognised for her supporting work in Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore, Wild at Heart, and Rambling Rose.
Let him be guided by the wishes of the creative power of life itself, because that is what has spoken through me here today.
The latter was especially notable since her daughter, Laura Dern, was also nominated for Best Actress. This marked the only instance in Academy Awards history where a mother and daughter were both nominated for their performances in the same film.
Wow, my, you're looking pretty.
Like my outfit. I made most of it myself.
Although neither won that year, Dern has since returned to the Oscars twice as a Best Supporting Actress nominee. After being nominated for playing Cheryl Strayed's mother in Wild, Dern would win for her turn as attorney Nora Fanshawe in Marriage Story. Dern naturally thanked her mother, who accompanied her, and her father Bruce Dern, calling them her heroes.
Went backstage and people were telling me my mother was very moved, and that just makes me so happy. To stand up and sing their praises. They literally got me here and artistically got me here as well.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Judy Garland and Liza Minnelli. Judy Garland is best remembered as Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, which contributed to her Academy Juvenile Award. Garland wouldn't attain her first competitive Oscar nomination until 1954's A Star is Born, which some regard as her finest performance.
To present this year's award for the Best Actress.
Stop worrying. Think how nice that statuette's going to look on your mantelpiece.
When Garland didn't win, Groucho Marx called it the biggest robbery since Brinks. Garland got one more nomination for Judgment at Nuremberg before her tragic death.
What else did you do, Mrs. Foner?
What are you trying to do? Are you trying to... Why do you not let me speak the truth?
She didn't live to see her daughter Liza Minnelli obtain her first Best Actress nomination for Sterile Cuckoo, or subsequent win for portraying Sally Bowles in Cabaret. Minnelli remains the only Oscar winner whose parents also both received statuettes, her father being director Vincente Minnelli. We lost Garland far too soon, but through her daughter, another star was born. Which mother-daughter duo would you like to see at the Oscars? Let us know in the comments.
Like Mum said, I really did enjoy working alongside her, and I would do it again. I definitely would.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.